a combination there.
I look like I was buying for a zoo. Hopefully people will be.
There was more than 20, and then they say that, you know,
I'm usually the one to get paid up.
Oh, just like everyone is I already covered up. They're all, is that what? There's the little black bugs.
That's all now.
No, everybody.
They ain't make it out?
Not yet. We're still working, yeah. We usually drive separate. I'm gonna sweat.
Where you get that mask at?
Last year, I think.
Oh,
Yep. I got like 4 of them. We still have more.
That Milwaukee one's the mother that big. God, I hate that. Wear them on the planes, freaking. You gotta wear them on. I mean, they see your eyes. They're like, "Sir, I see your eyes." But if you got a potato chip in front of you, you can sit there for 5 hours on the flight. You're not even having that. They won't say a word to you. Well, if you got food or a drink in front of you, you don't have to wear it. But the minute you're done eating, you gotta your eyes.
Good evening and welcome to Wayne High School. Tomorrow, September 11th, 2021, marks the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on our nation. We have a small presentation prepared tonight in memory of that fateful day. If you could please direct your attention to the home side bleachers, we are pleased to have the Wayne Elementary Ensemble join our high school Wayne singers as they present several patriotic songs.
At this time, we ask everyone, please rise. We will begin with Wayne High School Student Body President Maya Moser leading us in a moment of silence. That will be followed by a blessing, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem.
20 years ago, our nation was attacked, and although those of us in school today weren't here yet, our parents, grandparents, and other loved ones were. As high school students, we have grown up hearing the stories and living in the aftermath of that horrible day. Just last week, our country pulled out of Afghanistan, ending the longest war in American history. As the student body president, I ask that you join me as we pause to remember those we lost, honor those first responders, and remember the 13 soldiers our nation recently lost in Afghanistan. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for a new day and the opportunity to come together in a place that feels like home. We come to you to ask that you watch over all of us and our families throughout the game and the continuation of the evening. Keep the players safe from injury and conflict, and give them the strength to play to their fullest potential. Watch over our community during times of trial and hardship, and provide healing to those in need. I also pray that we continue to remember those who make sacrifices daily for our freedom. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Now please direct your attention to the main gate as the JROTC Pioneer Battalion raises our nation's flag. Now please join Sophie Ross, second grade student from Wayne Elementary, as she leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare that was bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and one mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
Your community, bank where the decisions on your needs are made locally. With online banking and 7 locations. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
In the history of Dutch Miller Chevrolet, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerChevy.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
Your attention, please. We need some volunteers to help work in the concession stand. We need some volunteers to help work in the concession stand.
And welcome, sports fans, to Wayne, West Virginia, on the campus of Wayne High School. You're watching the Game Day presentation by RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. I'm Dana Farrell, and joining me tonight in the booth, Lance Schultz. Lance, we had a chance to get down on the field pregame here and talk to both coaches and look at the conditions of the field and the weather right now. Just say fall football.
It's Friday night football.
And here we are, and we just had the pregame ceremony, the commemoration of 9/11. Obviously, tomorrow will be the 20th anniversary, so Wayne High School and the students and the band is out there. It's actually America Night with the student section we've seen coming in here. So
you could definitely feel the spirit in the air.
And so I'm not sure any better place than you'd want to be in a small town USA during this kind of atmosphere. And but we got a big game on hand tonight. Now, the Wildcats of Logan High School will be taking on the Pioneers of Wayne High, and both these teams looking to make their mark here in Double-A in the Cardinal Conference. And you see,
here they come.
Out on the field come the Pioneers. 11 brothers, hard to beat, you see there on the sign.
That's right.
And you see, Pioneers typically always have good numbers always out, and definition of and depth of a team obviously are good qualities to have. If you're a coach, you want to have depth.
Right.
And you see across the way, you may catch here in a moment, the Wildcats of Logan High School. They come into this game 2-0, just coming off a big win over Sissonville at home in Logan on the island there last week. They were 40-14 win. Really, 14 points Sissonville got in the fourth quarter were kind of after the fact. So
right.
they were 40-0 going into the fourth quarter. They looked very strong, and so we expect big things out of them tonight.
They look strong on the field, and that's a decisive win.
Yeah, so we talked to Logan head coach Gary Mullen today. He talked about some of the keys to the game. He has to avoid turnovers and limit the big plays by the Wayne Pioneers. See the captains there lined up, getting ready to go out for the coin toss. Also talked to Wayne's head coach, Tom Harmon, and he talked about, they come into this game 0-2, Lance, but last week's game at Scott, it was a 35-14 loss.
Yeah. Decisively the other direction.
Yeah. Logan gave up 14. Wayne scored 14 last. We don't know what that means for tonight. Can't read much into that, but we do know that the Pioneers turned the ball over early and often in that game. And, and so both coaches talked about that if that doesn't happen tonight, this could be a significantly different Wayne Pioneer team.
Right. Well, they've always had a strength and a cohesiveness like we saw her tonight, and if they decide not to turn the ball over 6 times, then we'll definitely have a competitive contest.
You're watching a high school game day here on HD Media, RSN Sports Network. Tonight's presentation brought to you by Todd Judy Ford, Thomas Health System, Ben Salango Law, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Parmar Stores, West Virginia Coal Association, Polka Valley Bank, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Webb Law Center, and CFA of Southridge. Looks like Logan is going to receive the kick and defend the north goal. I think that's north over there, right? The sun just set over behind the ridge across the way, so we're going to say that to our right and the screen's right will be north.
That sounds right.
All right, Lance, two new sponsors on board tonight with RSN Sports, HD Media, and Game Night. And that is Stevens Auto Group. We want to welcome those guys to the network. And actually, as I traveled down to Logan last week, drove right by their dealership in Danville. And surprise, at this day and age, they had a full lot of vehicles.
It's unheard of, and yet they do.
And so if you're looking for a vehicle, I would start with Stevens Auto Group right there. They had a lot full, and that's something to get excited about if you're car shopping right now. So we thank them for coming on board, look for big things from them. And then our other new entry, and you know a lot about these guys, Lance.
I might know a little bit about these guys.
A little bit. Martin Transport.
Yes.
Here in Canova, West Virginia. And for you guys out there in the TV land that don't know, Lance is the president.
Well, I'm the senior sales and operations manager for the Mid-Atlantic Division, and proud to be there. Martin Transport is the original founding division of the company. We're actually a midstream energy company based in Kilgore, Texas. And so we operate nearly 50 hazardous material chemical tanker units out of Canova, West Virginia. And mainly we're here to try to put out the message. It's a fantastic opportunity for the men that maybe had to pivot away from coal, pivot away from the natural gas space, and yet still want to have a fantastic way to make a livelihood and still reside in this wonderful Americana, West Virginia, whether you're in Wayne or Logan, Huntington, Charleston, Ashland, the surrounding area. It's just a fantastic way to make a great living.
All right, we'll come back to that later, but we welcome you guys on board.
We're glad to be on board.
And off the kickoff, Logan takes the ball. That's the Carson Kirk, senior wide receiver and defensive back, takes the kick up to the 36-yard line, and the Wildcats will take over there. Start the first snap of the game in their own territory on the 36. And like I said, we watched these guys like to throw the ball. You can see they run dual wideouts. And we've got a flag here.
They're excited early.
Yeah, there again, those we've seen a lot of this out of Sissonville last week against the Wildcats.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of unforced errors like that. And so one thing you don't want to do is shorten the field. So the Wildcats will take the first snap from the 41-yard line. Their own 41. Hand off inside and off the right tackle.
It's good yardage.
Looks like number 28, Colton Goldie, on the carry. And I believe that young man has won.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that the Logan coach told us, that it's been a key player. They really need a big game out of him tonight. A lot of movement up front again. Probably some hard snap or some hard signal calling up there.
Right.
But you got to watch that ball on the snap. In the shotgun.
Ooh, low snap.
Yeah.
He recovered that nice. It's still got positive yards.
Push it up near midfield. Senior quarterback Jordan Hayes on that carry. We were down on the field. I don't know what you can tell from off your camera view, but he's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
So he's not a easy tackle, even at quarterback.
No, he would easily walk on the field at Marshall and not be intimidated.
So first down and 10 for the Wildcats.
They're going deep early.
Got a
Looks
man.
like he's got him.
Oh, he's got him in stride.
That's his favorite target, number 7.
Number 7, Carson Kirk, the senior.
Yes.
On a 51-yard pass and catch. Completion for the TD for the Logan Wildcats. And they strike first here in the first quarter with 10:44 to go.
They wasted no time.
No. Yeah, you're inside 2 minutes. You put 7 on the board. That's not what you're looking for if you're a Wayne Pioneer fan.
Yeah, it may be an early indication that Logan's going to be a real contender towards the end of the season in this bracket.
I'm glad you make that point as the kicker Aiden Slack comes up here, and there's a lot. They're really high on this kid. They're saying he may be one of the best receiver, DB, and kicker here.
There he goes.
In the state of West Virginia.
Yeah.
The kick is no good.
We'll keep an eye on him tonight.
As I say that, I just jinxed him. He missed the kick.
Did he miss the
point?
Okay,
Oh, no. So he misses a little wide to the right there. But now the coach said he's the fastest guy in the school.
Right.
And he's just all over the football field and accounts for a lot of things. And he said he could put him up against any AA player in the state. So that's saying quite a bit because there's a lot of good athletes across, even just in this Cardinal Conference. But
sure.
I like what you said there going in just before that touchdown, that these Wildcats
they're the real deal.
They're the real deal. And 2-0. Obviously, if they can come out here tonight, they'll be 3-0. I think going into the season, I don't think anybody expected that.
Right.
And because they've struggled to rebuild the last couple of seasons. And the teams that we a lot of talked about were Hoover, which is at home tonight with Nitro. Everybody expects them to take that game. They'll come out of there 3-0. And Polka, Now, Polka's 2-0, but they were supposed to go on the road to Independence. That game's was first postponed for COVID and now canceled, so they won't have a game this week. But those two teams better be keeping an eye on this team right here.
That's exactly right.
So the Wildcats set to kick off. With 10:44 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching high school football game day on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media.
Boom. Oh.
Kick taken and bobbled there at the 8-yard line. Picked back up.
Number 13, Landon Wolf on the return.
Landon Wolf on the return. Takes it up near the...
Not bad considered a fumbled touch.
Like the 19-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that could have been disaster there.
That could have been another 7.
24-yard line.
Well, and it goes back to what we said pregame about the Pioneers trying to hold on to the football tonight. That's keys to the game.
It's critical.
And both coaches emphasized that for their team, but most importantly for Wayne. They have to do that. And the other thing is Coach Harmon emphasized, that they need to have some long, sustained drives.
Right.
So first snap from scrimmage for the Pioneers. Handoff, sweep right. He's drugged down after about a 2-3-yard gain.
Yeah, and he was caught from behind by number 28. That was a lot of athleticism by both young men.
Kobe Van Hoos, the ball carrier. A pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 for Wayne. Ball resting on their own 22-yard line. Yeah, it's funny that one coach was saying, hey, we got to stop the big plays, and the other coach was saying we need to do a long, sustained drive. So
right.
A little contrast here. We'll see.
Yeah.
And a handoff. Going to find some running room on the inside. That's 22, Levi Gilkerson. And he'll pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 7.
So we talked about the strategy to have that.
To do.
Yeah, sustained drives. And they come out of there. The last thing you want to do is a 3-and-out after you've just got scored on inside 2 minutes. Come out here and get a sustained drive. You want to answer with the score here if you're Wayne. So 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 34-yard line. And like a little motion there ahead of the play.
Yeah.
Flags fall down. Play called dead. It's going to go against Wayne. So 2 penalties in the game thus far, both 5-yarders against the Pioneers. And we'll see if that was on first down. They have some opportunity here. The idea here is not to try to get it all back in one swipe.
Yardage is yardage on both sides of the ball. It's critical both ways.
So from the 34-yard line now, make that to 29.
Yep. There you go.
And finds a little running room again up over the 30, back near the 34-yard line. Take Kobe Van Hoos again. He'll step off the field.
2nd down, 10 yards to go.
In comes James Spratton.
You can tell the Logan linebackers have practiced swarm defense. There was 3 men on him right away.
So we line up here, 2nd and 10 for what amounted to a loss of down penalty.
Right.
And that's not going to go very far. Maybe a pickup of 2 on that play.
Number 9, Jackson Dameron, ball carrier.
Number 9, Jackson Dameron, the ball carrier, picks up 2 yards, brings up 3rd and 8.
Gain of 2, 3rd down.
So a little different playbook now when you got a 3rd and 8 than would have been.
Exactly.
Yeah, the 5 yards there would have been 3rd and 3. And thus far, you see the Pioneers very conservative. No passes yet in this first series. Everything on the ground, primarily between the tackles. But
right.
So, thus far,
that's their brand of football, it would seem.
So we're into a passing down. They're going to air it out.
A little bit deep.
And that's over here, I think, on the track.
Yeah.
I think we found some asphalt.
Yeah.
So that was a little wide there, obviously. And as you see the play develop there, you had 2 receivers out. But that zone defense with Wildcats, they had sniffed it out, and
they were on.
Again, same thing last week with Sissonville. They really struggled to find open guys, and then with the pressure in the backfield, yeah, it was tough sledding for the Indians last week.
It's hard to become a passing team when you're a running team.
And the punt by the Pioneers, he's going to push that toward the sideline.
Oh, they're going to catch him deep. They caught him.
Great coverage, great kicking coverage. Ball taken in by Logan's Aiden Slack
They needed that.
Right, at his zone 25, and he drops back trying to avoid tacklers. Goes backward about 3 or 4 yards. Mm-hmm. And it looks like ball's going to be marked down.
42-yard punt, no return. Wildcats begin possession.
42-yard punt.
22-yard line.
You just heard the PA addresser announce. So now is the time you can't. You got to stop that big play if you're the Wayne Pioneers, and you can't make mistakes on defense.
The defense really needs to deliver in this series.
We're at the 7.5-minute mark here in the first quarter of play. You're watching high school sports on RSN
They're
Sports
going to the
Network.
ball again, wide open.
We'll swing pass out and flat.
Number
and
1.
Slack.
Aiden
Aiden Slack again. The carrier pushes the ball back up near midfield. Going to be tackled at the 46-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10, Logan. And they're on the move again.
You're starting to see early on what the coach is talking about.
Yeah, and you can see every play, you got the shotgun snap here, single in the backfield, dual wideouts.
Bill Walsh brand of football.
And a handoff to the back.
Colton Goldie, the ball carrier.
Colton Goldie takes the ball for about 3 yards. Going to be marked down near the 49-yard line.
2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 for Logan. Ball near midfield. Just shy on the 49. And so, yeah, they spread the field, and then they hand off to the inside the tackles there and see what they can find. A safe play.
Right. They're consistently rotating the offense. It's a mature brand of football.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this reminds me a lot. Okay, quarterback keeper. He breaks a tackle to line of scrimmage, breaks it outside. He finds some running room, and
you can see his size at work. The first guy that come to him, he just bounced off of him.
Right, and you're at home. You're like, why didn't he push you there? Why didn't he just step out of? But
yeah,
smart play. They need him not only for this game but through the season. You don't go out and take unnecessary contact.
He don't need
quarterback.
Right.
You had the first down, so he just slides out of bounds. Cross midfield, the ball goes down to the Wayne 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Wildcats. And they're pretty much, thus far, doing what they want to do on offense.
Yeah, and again, they're mixing it up. It's a nice combination of pass and run. Here we see the spread offense again. Quick out to the flank. His favorite target.
Aiden Slack breaking tackles, a little spin there. He pushes down near the first down marker.
Number 1, Aiden Slack.
Inside the 35-yard line.
We're definitely going to hear that name a lot tonight.
Ball's going to be marked down at the 33, about a yard short, so pick up of 9 on that little pass out to the flats. Slack doing all the work after that. And handoff inside, trying to pick up, and we got a yellow flag down on the field. Right between the tackles. That's not a good sign if you are a Wildcat fan.
Right.
Expecting to see the hold here, and it is. Not to be disappointed.
So you're going to have that sometime.
Yeah, first penalty against Logan here. We are at just inside 5 minutes in the first quarter. It's a big one.
It's a 10-yard.
Again, you're watching high school sports on RSN, powered by HD Media. It's first quarter action brought to you by Parmar Stores. You know a little bit thing about convenience stores.
We have some history there.
And another flag down. Another one dropped before the snap this time. This is typically, and it looks like it's going to be against Logan for an illegal false start. Another 5 yards.
Penalty.
So what the Pioneers were struggling to do, the Wildcats are going to do to themselves.
They're going to do for them.
But with this offense, now this might be kind of exciting if you're just the bystanding fan here, because it's going to open up Logan's playbook. You're going to see the ball sling around the field here, I think.
Right away. Oh my.
That was almost
so close.
A pick six area there.
So close.
Yeah. I think he's beating himself up there. Wayne's Kobe Van Hoos read that like a book.
Yeah.
Stepped in there, and it looked like the receiver just did. Logan's number 16, Dawson Maynard, saved that from being a pick six.
Sure
He
did.
got his hand in there just to knock it loose just in time.
And I haven't seen him be the target yet tonight.
So it looks like about 3rd and 16 for
See
Logan.
what they do here.
And they're going to air it out again. This time, nobody home over there down the sideline.
Somebody may have misread the play.
It's interesting here. Let's see if the Wildcats go ahead and do the punt. Yeah, here comes the punt team. And I say that because the ball is resting on the 37-yard line of Wayne. And make that the 44.
I'm glad you could see that.
Yeah, that's a little correction there.
I mean, I can't even see him. You're doing better than I could.
It's a little struggle on the markers tonight, but if the players aren't standing in front of the markers on the far side fence, we can read that. There's the
nice
punt.
Contact.
So one of the better kickers in the state. He's
Away
trying to
from
catch the corner, but it's going to catch the end zone instead.
For a touchback.
So the Pioneers will take over. You know, they had some help from the guys in the stripes, but they were able to stop it. We're going to take a quick break here as we change possession, and we'll be right back. You're watching High School Sports on RSN, powered by HD Media.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Number 7, Ryland.
All right, we're back in the action here in Wayne, West Virginia. Pioneers taking on the Wildcats of Logan. First quarter action, we're just inside 4 minutes. And Pioneers just run first down here on this series. And pick up of 5 off the right side to the 24-yard line. Just shy of the 25. So brings up 2nd down and 5. As we said, they really need to have some long, sustained drives. They were able to hold off the Wildcats on the last possession, so our score still 7-0 Logan.
Right up the middle.
Looks like he's going to find first down yardage. Kobe Van Hoos off that right side, and they seem to be favoring that side of line of scrimmage.
We're going to hear a lot from him tonight for the Pioneers.
Well, one of the reasons they may be favoring over to that side
is number 55.
Well, yeah, on their side. And for the Wildcats, out of here, number 61, Landon Adkins, is just a force.
Right.
On their right side of the scrimmage. So they want to stay away from him.
Right.
Number 9, Jackson Dameron, the ball carrier.
Jackson Dameron once again. Pickup of 6. First down there. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down. 4 yards to go.
You know, it's so funny. When I was at Walker and I took over the branches and I was getting to know everybody, I called down to the Logan branch. And I said, hey, this is Lance from Walker's. And I put that S on the end, and I was in from that moment on.
Yeah, that you don't mispronounce the community's name.
Right.
And breaks a tackle. Oh, the ball is loose.
Loose ball. They've recovered, it looks like.
And there's that turnover bug.
Number 11.
Grabs it right out of the air. Van Hoos coming around that right side and make that, could be Van Hoos. And helmet right on the ball, pops straight up in the air, and they're able to pick it out.
The very thing that we said they needed to avoid.
Yeah, so There's turnover number 1 for Wayne.
And we've all been there. You know, that's deflating. You're going into this game with a lot of pressure on the defense. To have the consistency, to not have the turnovers, it's a deflating feeling whenever that happens.
All right, so the pressure back on the defense. Will the Wildcats go for broke here? Usually you see this turnover in the opponent's territory. Usually on first down, strike big.
Get aggressive real fast, which they've been doing. Out to the flank.
Little bubble screen out there.
Number 7 again.
Great defense by the Pioneers. Carson Kirk with the reception.
They're starting to read that a little better.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
So a lot of pressure right now on the Pioneer defense. Try to keep the Wildcats out of the end zone here after that turnover. But if they can do that here, I think it's great. It's a great opportunity for confidence booster
it's
here.
It's still a competitive game. The momentum could change.
We creep down inside the 1.5-minute mark of first quarter. Another thing that the Pioneers want to do is just keep that score low. And the shotgun snap.
Again.
There it is. He's there
at 16 again. Oh.
Just going to be over his head. That was Dawson Maynard going long down the left sideline.
That brings up 3rd down.
And
9 yards to go.
Hayes' pass a little too long. But it's what we thought maybe they would do on first down.
Right.
But it brings up a 3rd and long now, 3rd and 9. So Wayne has a chance here if they can get a stop on this.
If they can capitalize and seize the moment, then
have a chance here. Oh, bad snap, and so the play's busted, and here you go.
They did what they needed to do.
That's going to be a loss of 2.
Change the ball carrier.
Back to the 44-yard line. Bring up 4th and 12 for the Wildcats. So we'll see here. They punted. We were in the same situation just moments ago, and they punted. But look, they're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Pretty gutsy.
This is a coach and a team that, as we said, they play wide open football, and they're going to go for it. Or not. We run the play clock down to 13, 12. Yeah, this may have been, and we got a flag down. Wasn't a delay of game, still 4 seconds on the clock. But that's going to go against, and that'll probably set up, make the decision for Coach Mullen.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
So they will kick now. So, Wayne defense did its job.
Through.
Yeah, absolutely here.
They delivered at a time that was most critical.
So I think if you're at home, you're a Wayne fan, you got to like this because, you're going to come out of the first quarter and only one big wide open pass play. Right. You're down 7-0, but you've had some stops. You just need to get some offense. And that kick is going to get shanked.
And short.
That's going to find some asphalt on the far side track. So not the best of series off a big turnover for the Wildcats.
No, but you can tell with their style of play, there's just more risk involved. They're putting it all out there.
Pioneers back out here. Let's see what they can do. 37 seconds left in the first quarter of play. I'd like to be able to come out of here with some good yardage on first down. We'll swing pass out to the right flat.
He's got blockers. He's got blockers.
Got some running room.
There you go.
And eludes a tackler. He's going to go for a first down up near midfield. Ball's marked down at the Wayne 49-yard line. First down, Pioneers.
First down, Pioneers.
I'm off one here. I'm going to say that's the 44 now. I said 49. That's the 44-yard line. But still a great play. On first down, they needed that. So if they get this snap off here, we're inside 10 seconds. And they do. Handoff inside. Find some running room up the middle.
22, Levi Gilkerson, the ball carrier.
Levi Gilkerson takes the ball between the tackles. He's up out of there. He's having a little word to say with the official.
Right.
He hands him the ball.
The gain of 7.
The pendulum's starting to swing.
That is the end of the
I think we ended. Okay, we're at the end of the first quarter here. It's the Wildcats of Logan 6 And Wayne, nothing. We'll take a break here. Here's some word from our sponsors.
In the history of Dutch Miller Chevrolet, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerChevy.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and 1 mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
And we're back to Wayne, West Virginia, here for tonight's matchup with the Wildcats of Logan. Wayne Pioneers, they start the second quarter with possession at their own 44-yard line, 2nd and 3. And we'll be ready for the snap. I'm Dana Farrell along with Lance Schultz on the call here on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media.
Cody Van Hoos, the ball carrier.
Cody Van Hoos with the carry, picks up maybe 2, maybe 1. Bring up 3rd down and 2 for Wayne at their own 47-yard line. Besides, we just seen a couple of sponsors there. Besides those, we have Todd Judy Ford on board with us this year. And Todd Judy Ford, they're actually going to sponsor the student sections of the week. And that
sounds fun.
Always a big thing here at the RSN Sports, especially with our Twitter account.
Sure.
And a handoff off the left side this time.
The momentum just continues.
Yeah, we were talking during the break. That is Wayne's number 9, Jackson Dameron. But, yeah, we were talking during the break that if they can punch one in here, they can sustain this drive and punch it in. This game
We've got a competitive
dangerous.
game still.
We've got a competitive game right now.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
We really do.
And you know,
hats off to them.
Yeah, and hats off to Coach Harmon. I mean, obviously, they've done their scouting here, and they realized that, hey, you know, this is such a wide-open team. Keep it between the tackles as they do again, and just grind it out. Just go right at them.
Gives the 21, Kobe Van Hoos.
Kobe Van Hoos with the carry, picks up 2 on 1st down.
But you can see the contrast in 2 very different styles of play.
2nd and 8 for the Pioneers. Yeah, 2 different styles of play, and we'll see which one plays out here. But
right.
You know, the key, if you're going to run this type of offense, you have to hang on to the ball, as we said. And, of course, that bit them on the last series with the turnover fumble. But, hey, so far so good here on this series. Look how tight. By contrast, look how tight Wayne packs that offense in. They just plow ahead.
Number 7, Rylan Murdoch, the ball carrier.
That is, he said, Rylan Murdoch.
3rd down.
Pickup of 6. 3rd and 2 for the Pioneers. So this will be an interesting play. If obviously they want to pick up the 1st down, but if they don't, will they go for it on 4th? So we'll see here.
We're about to find out.
Tight formation, single receiver, wide left. Man in motion, fake, handoff off to the right side. That's going to be close, Lance.
That's really close. And it worked because I didn't follow the ball.
Well, he's not going to get it, but he picked up a yard. So we get right. This is what we said.
This is what we predicted.
4th and 1.
What are they going to do?
1 yard to go.
You had success between the tackles. So surely they think they can pick up the yard here. I don't think it's anybody's guess on the field probably where the ball's going to go. But This would be such a great time for a bootleg.
That would catch everybody off guard. This will be interesting to see how they go.
Big pivotal play here in the first half of action. Here at Pioneer Field in Wayne, West Virginia. The Wayne Pioneers with a 4th and 1 at the Logan 39-yard line.
And he keeps it.
It looks like a rugby play down there. This is going to be, I think he got it. Looking at the official's mark here, going to be close. Watch here on the field. We may get our measurement here. And that's what we're going to get. It's that close.
It's that close.
Timeout for measurement.
There was never any doubt where the ball was, what area of the field was going. We just didn't know who was going to carry it, and that was the sneak there by the quarterback for the Wayne Pioneers, Brady Spradling.
Here
the
comes
keeper.
the chains. I'm going to say they just eke it by.
Going to go with the over. And I think we're under. Wow.
We were short.
By
still, I think
half
you had to do that.
I agree. I like the call.
You had to do that.
You're in a big game here. You know you're up against a high-powered offense. To kick they can make it, whatever you gain in a punt, they maybe make it back in one down.
Right.
So you have to have that confidence in your team. And to be fair, Wayne has been pushing the ball between the tackles the whole first half here so far. So
sure.
I think it's a good call. Action being brought to you by RSN Sports on HD Media by the West Virginia Coal Association. And we're in pretty good coal territory over here in Wayne.
This is still coal country.
Great guys. Always there to help high school sports. There's the shotgun snap keeper. And Logan's Jordan Hayes gets the first down yardage and just slides down near the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. First down, Wildcats.
Ball marked at the 44, gain of 11. First and 10 for Logan at that point. Big shout out to Wayne delegate, Josh Booth here. We're on the area. Served with him up at the Capitol. Great guy.
Yeah.
From Wayne here and big supporter. And so I'm not sure if he's a Wayne alumni or not. That's a good question. I have to catch him. I'll see him Sunday. All right.
They wrapped him up
snap.
early. Nice penetration.
Yeah. Little to no gain on that play.
They read that early.
You know, one of the things so far in the first half has been a little.
No gain.
Hayes has had to field some tough snaps. That shotgun's been a little shaky on the snap there on several counts.
Several times.
So he picks a high snap there and gets it back up the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Brings up 2nd and 10. Can Wayne hold once again? That defense has been tough tonight, except for the one pass play. And there's the defense. They find him in the backfield. Hayes brought down for the sack.
That snap was high and wobbly. We never want to be too critical, but you don't want to take a strong center for granted.
Pioneer defense coming up big and strong here in the second quarter. Loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 14 for Logan. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. Their own 40. So another opportunity for the Pioneers to get a big stop here.
This is where they want them.
And there comes the defense. There comes the screen.
He has
great play call. Now we might get a great open field. Well, the tackle is broken. Great second effort by
that made all the difference.
Logan's number 28, Colton Goldie, turns what would have been a stop there for 4th down into a 1st down.
For sure.
Great play call, though.
Great play call, great individual effort by Colton.
It's a gain of 16, first down Wildcats.
And so the Wildcats move into Wayne territory down to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Off the screen play off the right side here. Big play call on 3rd and long.
Which you can just tell they're not intimidated by.
Now, and one thing I can see, I seen last week, I see again this week, that Logan has is swagger.
Yes.
There's a little slant inside.
Right across the middle.
Taken by Dawson Maynard for another big 1st down, and there comes that wide open offense.
Yeah, and they're starting to really mix it up. You know, they had told us to keep the eye on number 1 and number 7, and we're seeing 16 more and more.
So the Wildcats.
Game 17, first down Wildcats.
At a point where they thought we'd maybe get stopped once again, and this is one of those things, if you're Wayne, if you don't take advantage of the opportunities, you're playing with fire. And with an offense like Logan's.
They're very aggressive.
Dual wideouts again.
Oh, and there's another one of the examples of the 4th snap in this series that we've had issues.
Flags down. Colton Goldie fell on that bad snap. We're going to get illegal procedure against Logan off of that as well.
Dead
But
ball, false
that's
start against
back-to-back
Logan. It's a 5-yard
alert
penalty.
plays. Goldie breaks that tackle to get the first down, keep this possession alive, and then now just falls on the. Of course, that play would have been blown dead, obviously, as we've seen, but
Sure.
But a very alert play there by he in the backfield. And again, the snapping issues are still there for Logan. And they line up again in the shotgun.
A little better.
Fake
there we
handoff.
go. He's got
Hayes
he's got
with
some
the keeper.
open field.
Before Jordan Hayes, the ball carrier.
He's going to gain back that 5 yards. Takes the ball back to the, it's like the 27-yard line.
Second down.
Yeah, and if you're not really knowing what to expect and he lowers his
32.
shoulder.
I'm sorry, it was 32-yard line.
Okay. He's got some impact behind it.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy at the QB. Reminds me of Dan Fouts.
All right, Wildcats, 2nd and 10. Snap.
Much better snap.
And that pass gets a little bit too much mustard on it.
He got away from him.
Sails over the receiver's head and out of bounds. Brings up 3rd and long. So now we get back into position. Can the Pioneers come up with a big 3rd down play? Of course, we're in 4 down. Well, I'll take that back. We're in 4 down territory for Logan if they want to, but they've got a kicker that Coach told us that can knock him down. Aiden Slack, number 1, can kick him from 50 out, he said.
That's really incredible for high school.
So they're in field goal range.
Right
now. They're at the 30 or the 27. So, yeah, that'd be 42, yeah. Right now, 42, 44-yard field goal at this point. So they're in his range. And whistle blown. Timeout, Logan.
Timeout.
All right, we'll take this timeout to let our sponsors do their thing, and we'll be right back here in Wayne, West Virginia.
Looking for a friendly bank that you can turn to in your community? Bank where the decisions on your needs are made locally. With online banking and 7 locations. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
And we are back here at Wayne, West Virginia. Dana Farrell along with Lance Schultz on the call for RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. You're watching Game Day. And tonight we are in the second quarter here with just over 4.5 minutes. Wildcats up 6-0 on the Pioneers, but the Wildcats driving, trying to put another score on the board. But we have a 3rd and long here, Lance.
This is classic Wildcat football right here.
Been this way off and on all night.
Oh, they penetrate early.
Got a receiver
but
down there.
He connects. That's his favorite target.
And that's the boy we were just talking about, Aiden Slack. We were thinking he was lining up for a 45-yard field goal kick.
Right.
But he takes the 6.
That's right.
And he just went up and just
took the ball.
Out-jumped for the ball there.
Randy Moss would be proud.
I mean, there was good coverage, but he just went up and got it. So the Wildcats score their second touchdown with 4:35 in the second quarter to go up 12-0 on Wayne. And Slack will come out, just caught the touchdown pass, and he will attempt the extra point. I was bragging on him earlier, and he missed the first extra point wide.
Right.
And we're not going to put that on him. There's a lot has to go into any extra point, a snap and a hold and a lot of things, but I don't think he's going to miss 2 in a row.
No, he did good.
So,
and I don't think I could do it. So
score,
Wayne 0.
Logan 13, Wayne 0, 4:35 in the second quarter. Take some time to thank some of our other sponsors. Ben Salango Law. Ben, so a lot of people may recognize that name because he ran for governor. And
I met him.
Yeah, and we had him actually on the tailgate show Wednesday before last. We were over to Adelphia, and he came in and sat in a segment, talked a lot of sports with us. Great guy. And obviously the big commitment to high school sports and a lot of other, I think, community activities. That's really big with him. So we really appreciate his support and partnership with us this year. Another big sponsor, we talked about the Coal Association in there with us, but just saw Poca Valley Bank there as our ad came up in the break. And those guys with banks, they're a regional bank, but they really pride themselves on community service, that you walk in that bank and people still know you by your first name.
Right.
And I like that. Personally, I like to be able to call up and say, hey, call somebody by name and say, hey, I need this, and I don't want to go through all this automated and that kind of thing. So we're lining up here.
Very active in the business community.
And Slack caught the touchdown pass, kicked the extra point, and now he'll kick off.
We got to see the athleticism the coach was reminding us about. Here we go again. Now he slacked it there.
Tried to pick it up. This is not good. This is not good.
Oh, my.
Wayne. Oh, no.
We did it again.
Yeah, the up man instead of just falling on the ball, tried to pick it up.
We're at half the number last week.
And he's got to be, 3 turnovers. Is that where we're at? 2.
Oh, 2? Okay,
we had the fumble. Yeah. But, wow. But a turnover margin is 2-zip right now. And
sure.
So, it should. If you're going to try to be in this game, if you're Wayne, you need that to be the opposite way around.
Yeah.
So there again, ball resting at the 28-yard line where
they'll waste no time.
First down. Handoff, trying to find a seam. Slack again. This guy's been busy. Aiden Slack finds about 4 or 5, takes the ball down to looks like the 23-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 6.
They're going to their horse, and he looks fresh.
Well, you had to imagine that was going to happen because when we talked to Coach Gary Mullins today, he emphasized that this kid may be one of the best all-around athletes in Double-A in the state of West Virginia, and we're getting a glimpse of that right here in the second quarter. All right, Wildcats line up in that spread offense. Shotgun snap, and it looks like we're going to get a little audible here. It's like Hayes changes the play. Handoff.
Goldie ball carrier. Harry Sowers on the stop.
So Colton Goldie, the handoff, takes the ball about 4 or 5 down near the first down marker, third and very short.
1 yard to go.
Ball sits on the Wayne 24-yard line. Spread offense, though. Snapping the shotgun. Again, back to Goldie. Tries to turn it back inside. Appears to have the first down, but flags are down in a not-so-good area if you are Logan.
Still a lot of individual effort from Goldie.
And
that's 3 plays in a row that we've seen him dig it out. And
that puppy's coming back, and that's going to erase a first down. Nice gain by Colton Goldie.
The 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Brings up 3rd and 11 for Logan.
It will be 3rd down. 11
keep in mind,
they live there.
They're still in, 3rd and long. They're still in field goal range.
Right, especially with their 50-yard high school field goal kicker.
Slack could knock it down from there. We hear.
But
judging by the way he's kicking those extra points through. And a shotgun snap. They're going to go long.
Going long for him, just a little bit too
same
deep.
Play. Now, I'm not sure that was the wisest thing to wear his legs out right before he's going to try to kick a long field goal.
4th down. 11 yards to
go. He really wants the 6, though.
I'm going to say that may dictate the play call here or the decision. Yeah, they're going to leave Hayes on the field. Yeah, you just took your long-range kicker and wore him out down the right side on a sideline route to the goal line. So Wildcats line up 4th and long, but this creates an opportunity for a big stop for Wayne.
Really does. And some of the times throughout the game, they've read these plays.
And here's the play. They're going to go long again.
No time. 7 across the middle.
Oh, wow. The post pattern. And
he's in.
No flags. Carson Kirk with the touchdown for the Wildcats on 4th and long. It's twice back-to-back series that Logan have had their backs against the wall on a 3rd or 4th and long, and
doesn't flinch him.
Go for broke.
7 across the middle.
Wow. So they scored another 6. 19-zip here inside 3 minutes of the first half. And Aiden Slack on for the extra point. That touchdown pass brought to you by Dutch Miller Auto Group. These guys are great with us for year after year, just helping promote. Oh, you got a blocked extra point.
A little bit low. Can't get them all.
The extra point situation for Logan has been struggling tonight. Two of them missed. I want to take a quick break here. You're watching high school sports on RSN Sports and powered by HD Media. It's Game Day. We'll be right back.
In the history of Dutch Miller Hyundai, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerHyundai.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
And we are back to Wayne, West Virginia. You are watching high school sports on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. Game Day, and the Logan Wildcats just scored on a long pass play, post pattern from Hayes to Carson Kirk to make it 19-0. Aiden Slack set to kick off for the Wildcats after the touchdown, just inside 3 minutes in the first half. Pioneers really need to get something going. They had a miscue. They muffled the kick on the last set or series. The squib kick taken in at the 15-yard line. Tries to turn it outside, and not so much, and flags come down.
Sure did.
Not a good sign if you are a Pioneer fan.
Multiple flags on the play.
They really need a long, sustained drive here like we talked.
Guess the only thing worse than a flag are multiple flags. And I think that's what we had.
Yeah.
All right, and that's going to illegal block is going to take the ball.
Illegal block in the back to call against the Pioneers.
That's going to push the Pioneers back for a deep start. It'll be interesting to say because they're not a wide open offense. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Do you stay safe here, try to run the clock, and get out of this half down with less than 20?
Well, if you're me, no,
but
I'm not them.
That was a hypothetical question, but handoff off to the left side.
Landon Wolf, the ball carrier.
Not bad.
Yeah, done a good job there. It was Wayne's number 13, Landon Wolf. It was one of the first times we called his name tonight, but he has a solid gain up to the 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the play that they needed.
2nd and 2, yeah.
They needed that situation.
Yeah, they really needed a first down or two here in this series, whether they score or not, to keep the ball out of Logan's high-powered offense right now. And
well, if it worked once, it can work again.
Wolf, where's he been?
Here he is.
Landon Wolf, the ball carrier.
Landon Wolf.
He went to the coach on the sidelines and said, give me the ball.
Yeah, he looked like he was pulling the whole sled team on that.
He was.
That's a first down, takes the ball up
16, first down, Pioneers.
to the 36-yard line. First down, Wayne. Inside 2 minutes to play here, first half. And they're coming right back. Ball got loose at the end of that.
It really did.
So that was three plays in a row. Right. If it's working.
If it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Timeout, Wayne.
All right, Pioneers, interesting. Take a timeout here.
First charge timeout.
Pick up of 1 on that, bring up 2nd and 9. Gives us a quick opportunity to thank some of our other sponsors. Army, we haven't talked about these guys, Army Recruiting of West Virginia. Lance, those guys get to travel with us a lot of time out, too, when we work the student sections and things, and they've got that air cannon.
Right.
And they'll fire T-shirts up, and, and I don't know, the Army, how they do the logistics and, and
sure.
being able to aim a mortar, but I've seen these T-shirts get shot over the press box. But that's a lot of fun with those guys.
Yeah.
And they have a fun time doing it. And we've come to know those guys at the recruiting station. They have a station here in this area in the Barbersville Mall.
Yeah.
And then they have one at South Charleston there at Riverwalk Plaza. And we've spent a lot of time with those guys during off season. And they're just a lot of fun. So if you're out there, I encourage you to get there and follow those guys on social media. And if you're interested in the Army, those are the guys to talk to. All right, back to action here. And I'm not sure if that was a busted play or design play, but
well, they made up a lot with what they had to work with. At least they come back to the line of scrimmage.
Unless that was a double fake handoff. I think somebody missed their handoff. So
I think you're right.
I think the quarterback at that point, yeah, that was maybe a design because quarterback on that play, James Spradlin.
You know, West Virginia has the highest per capita military participation rate of any state in America.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, back to the field here.
Yeah.
Somebody participated a little bit more than they should have. Got a personal foul call against the Wildcats. Going to take the ball across midfield.
Hey, Pioneers needed that.
Logan territory. And the Pioneers have got some time to work with here. They've got a first down in Logan territory.
That was a nice boost.
I don't know what happened for sure where the personal foul came from, but you got to thank that guy if you're a Pioneer fan.
And looky here, you've got a man out in the flank for the first time in the while.
So, yeah, that packed offense, man in motion.
Man in motion. This is the offense I've been wanting.
He's
they
open.
did it.
He's
they
got
did
him
it.
off the fingertips.
It was so close.
Down that left sideline.
It was so close.
Wayne's number 21, Kobe Van Hoos. Wow, that was there.
And you almost saw it coming, and
Yes.
yet he was almost wide open.
Yeah. Got by that. Logan secondary.
You had to try.
And that was just inches from being a completion down that sideline, just in front of RSN photographer Melissa Booten over there. Hopefully she got some great shots of that. We'll see that on rsnsports.com.
That's right.
Our RSN Sports Network Facebook page tomorrow. Check it out. All right, a little different formation. 2 wideouts right, and the screen pass to Van Hoos falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Pioneers with 1:16 to play. So, I don't know here. Are we in 4-down territory for the Pioneers with a minute and something to go? Maybe. Maybe. So, heading into halftime here, we'll have a halftime report brought to you by Stevens Auto Group.
2 wide.
Wayne fans coming alive here. Ball snapped and handoff. That's sniffed out by the left side of the Logan line. Our big guy, number 61, Landon Atkins.
They weren't fooling him.
No, he wreaked havoc in System Hill's backfield all game last week.
Yeah.
And so far, I know the scouting report, they've been running away from him, but this time he catches up with it. Got to bring up 4th down and long. Timeout on the field. And so, yeah, we said at halftime we can talk a little bit about updates here. We've got some big games around the valley, around the state. And some of them we were looking at, so hope to get some score updates at that point. But we're also streaming a big one over in Huntington as the Highlanders entertain crosstown rival Cabell Midland. So we'll be trying to check up on that as well. Got a timeout here in Wayne, West Virginia. Can do a few right now. We see obviously we got this score is 19-0. Princeton Tigers 27. Oak Hill Red Devils 14. There's the handoff. Got to pick up some big yardage here.
Big yardage.
It's Wolf
Number 13
again.
again.
That play's worked a few times before. They go again to the well, and he's not going to get there. So the ball will go over on possessions to Logan with just over a minute to play here in the first half.
And with Logan, you never know.
Logan will take over on
No, it's a. I don't care if they're on their 10.
A minute's a lot to work with if you're this Wildcat offense.
The play is signaled in from the sideline. Over in Eastern Panhandle, Jefferson 20, Musselman 12 in the second quarter. And here you go.
Right across.
And the completion across midfield. And the Logan's number 7, Carson Kirk, takes that in again. Caught that touchdown pass in the last series for the Wildcats.
Same slant.
First down.
Game 19, first down.
Ball at the 42, 43-yard line. And shotgun snap. He's by some time. Tries to find where that's going to hit the turf. Falls for the incompletion. With just under 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was critical penetration in the backfield that really made a difference in that play.
Thought this might be a tight game in the second quarter. And Chapmanville, it's the Tigers 8, Winfield General 7. Got a tight game down there in Logan County. Also another game back over in the Cardinal Conference. It's Scott 21, Sissonville 7 in the second quarter. So the Skyhawks, fresh off that win over Wayne last week.
Oh, looky here.
Goldie. Hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Wrestled out of bounds on the near sideline.
Pass is completed to Kirk on the lateral to Goldie.
Picks up about 7 or 8. Picks up third.
Goes for a gain of 7. It is third down, 3 yards to go.
And you may have heard the PA announcer say 3rd and 3 with 33 and a half seconds to go here in the first half. So, as we said, that's nothing to this Logan team. They're really in striking position right now for the TD, or we might, again, we've talked about, might see
number Aiden. 1. Aiden could nail it from here.
And back deep, he's going to toss it.
Right up.
He's got that arm. The wrestle up there for the ball. Just kind of jousting down there last couple of times. He just throws that ball up there and lets his receivers go up and get it.
Yeah.
So now we have 4th down. This might be a little out of his field goal range. So I don't think we're going to see.
Right at the outer edge.
Yeah, Aiden slack on this one. So I think we
Even
see.
for him.
Well, they just need 3 yards here with 27 seconds to go. So I look for him to swing the ball out in the flat.
Now he kept it.
And he's going to slide down after the first down.
Hayes, the ball carrier.
Now they're in field goal range.
You know, and he's rather athletic to be that size.
Trying to line up here real quick, as they only have one timeout left.
Wasting no time.
Clock ticking down inside 15 seconds, and we've got a timeout on the field. See who is charged. Wayne takes the timeout.
That's what I thought.
Maybe didn't feel he had the right coverage out there, and
sure.
So that's a tough one. You didn't see that coming.
Right.
So yeah, looking around here real quick at the scoreboard, we had this break. Herbert Hoover, we kind of expected this. 24, Nitro Wildcats nothing, and so Hoover is that team everybody talked about before the season.
Right.
These guys could make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And definitely in the Cardinal Conference. So being up 24-zip on Nitro, we expected that. But, hey, watch out right now so far. Logan so far pitching a shutout of their own, 19-zip.
Right.
And that's why I say these guys are going to have to be taken serious after tonight if they come out here with the win. All right, we're back to action here. 14 seconds to go in the first half. Wildcats, can they put some points on the board to close it out? Spread offense.
Perfect
snap back.
Out.
Yeah, and that swing pass out the right side falls incomplete. Stops the clock with under 10 seconds to go. So they have time for one more play or maybe two. And So that's going to be interesting to see what the decision is made here. They certainly seem to be in field goal range if they decide that's what they want to do. All right,
deep
stand
and
back.
long.
They're going to go for it all down the right sideline, and that's out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete.
Now we're at
Third down.
the 4-second mark. Will they take another shot at the end zone, or
With that leg, I don't think I would.
Timeout. Logan. Third and final. Timeout of the
they
half.
take their final timeout here on the field? Again, let's look back. We talked earlier about Martin Transport coming on board, and what in particular you say you're looking for. You have some great jobs driving the trucks, but what in particular? What's the candidate look like? At least a starter candidate look like for you guys?
Ideally for us, it's a man that already has a broad, vast array of energy experience. 90% of our loads are hazardous, but they're also for petrochemical names in the valley like Marathon. And so we can take somebody that's been a Pepsi delivery driver and make him into a functional, professional hazardous material driver. But ideally for
Some would
us,
argue that he's already hauling hazardous material.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll take that back. I didn't know harm because I just drank a Pepsi and a Coca. So I'm living to tell I lived it.
Sure.
All right, back to action here, and we'll get back to you here at halftime. But this is it. One last play. They're going to go for it on the field. And we get a timeout on the field once again.
Wayne? Wayne again.
All right, so we'll stay with you.
That's interesting.
We're going to stay here because we're too close to halftime. But let's go back. Okay, you were
Sure.
talking about somebody with hazard material experience.
Yeah, and we're really looking for somebody that, again, is desperate not to want to have to leave the area. They've had a wonderful standard of living in coal, and now that what's happened with the industry, they just want to be able to raise a family, and whether they live in Wayne or Logan. But they can bring that skill set. To me, arguably speaking, the CDL is the best education investment in West Virginia. For $4,000, you can come out of there making $80,000 in your first year.
So you just answered my next question. what kind of a starting range would it be? So
minimum is 60, but the average right now is 80 at first-year earnings. There's a lot of guys that will approach 100 this year.
No college degree necessary.
No college degree necessary. Where else can you invest $4,000 and get 80 back in return?
Sounds great. Opportunity. Like I said, if you're looking for that, we'll have more information on that on our website and social media this week. And the snap.
He's going deep again. Here he goes.
He's got a
Out
man
to the
out
right. He's
there,
got him.
and the defender.
Oh, it was so
Pass
close.
is incomplete.
Both it went through the defender and the receiver's hand.
That's going to take us to the end of the first half, and
But they had to do that.
the scoreboard has been all Logan Wildcats are up 19-zip here. So a lot of people see the score. Okay, that's what we expected. Just like when we looked at that Hoover score over Nitro.
Sure.
But Wayne has had some things that they can hang
They've had their moments.
helmet on here in the
Yes.
first half. They had, I know, one big series. This score could have been worse, but the defense has stood up on
Right.
several occasions.
Yeah.
But it's just been too, when Logan is throwing the ball over the field like that, it's just a matter of time. They're going to find
Right.
an open guy and get the big play, and they've scored. All of their scores have been on big plays.
A lot of key mismatches in the athleticism between, the two teams.
So yeah, it's just been, what we expected score-wise, but we knew Wayne had the two big turnovers, and it's 2-zip.
Right.
Against the Pioneers in the turnover category as well, and that's something they could ill afford. So at least one of those led to a score, and that's tough to live down. So you got to be able to sustain things, and it's long sustained drives, and it's just not been the case for the Pioneers tonight. But like I said, there's been some things. They've been able to move the ball.
They've been able to move the ball. They've had the sustained drives that they were looking for, and who knows, maybe if we didn't have those turnovers, we'd have a different outcome.
Just not been able to get the ball into the red zone, let alone
Right.
the end zone. Haven't been able to get in the red zone tonight, which is interesting.
Right.
So you're watching Game Day on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. Dana Farrell along with Lance Schultz here in the booth. And we'll be taking a break, but let me first thank our sponsors again. Todd Judy Ford, Thomas Health System, Ben Slango Law, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Parmar Stores, West Virginia Coal Association, Poca Valley Bank, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Webb Law Center, Chick-fil-A Southridge, and our 2 new on board just fresh today, Stevens Auto Group in Danville and Martin Transport. So welcome those guys aboard. We welcome you here to Wayne, West Virginia for our statewide national streamcast on RSN Sports, powered by HT Media. We'll take a break here at the half. We'll be back with you here to start the second half momentarily.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and 1 mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
In the history of Dutch Miller Jeep, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerJeep.com.
Come in today for the Make This the Summer event and get friends and family pricing for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field for your halftime entertainment, the Wayne High School Red Regime Marching Band. Get your 50-50 tickets out. We will announce the winning ticket number shortly.
In the history of Dutch Miller Jeep, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerJeep.com.
Come in today for the Make This the Summer event and get friends and family pricing for everyone.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and 1 mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
And you are watching the moon over Wayne, West Virginia. Tuning back in with us there as the camera pans out. Our crack cameraman, Dan Shreve, on camera 1. And the moon shines a little bit there, that little quarter moon, 10-cent moon. Over what is used to the Emmylou Harris song, 10-cent moon over a quarter town, or a quarter moon over a 10-cent town. But now we're here in Wayne, West Virginia. And pre-game, Lance Schultz here with me, and I'm Dana Farrell on RSN Sports, HD Media. And pre-game, there were a lot of ceremony and recognition by the home crowd and the band and the fans here on this being the eve of 9/11, the 20th year anniversary of that. And I think everybody has a story, Lance, of where they were and what they were doing, and to remember that.
It's no different than you're never going to forget where it was that you were on that day.
Right. I was actually teaching at John Adams Junior High School, was at the time, 7th grade English class, and second period, I think, and somebody came in and said, hey, you need to turn on the TV. You know, it's one of the trade towers has been hit by an airplane, and I don't think anybody even thought it. Everybody was thinking it was an accident.
For a long time, for sure.
But you were just trying to make sense of it, and then that second one hit, and then you knew, and then from there, I recall, the first thing I'm thinking, okay, I've got a young child and my wife on the other side of town, but I am obligated to be here with these students I'm responsible for. But one thing I thought, I need to be with my family.
Yes, I think everybody did.
I thought we may go into martial law here, and I'm stuck on the other side of town, and so that was the dilemma. But we just had to hold steady there, and in that day and those days afterward, I remember vividly.
And it's fundamentally changed this nation. Like the young girl said, we just come out of the longest war in the history of the United States.
Right. So it really did, in the way that we look at things, and there's so much talk and controversy sometimes about respect for our flag and those things. But this right here is actually red, white, and blue night with the student section here at Wayne, and
it sure is.
And so it's great to see the young people be patriotic.
It is.
And I think and understand. And everybody has, I guess, their own unique opinion about, their thoughts with the country and politics and things. And as I mentioned, I'm in politics. I get to live it starting again Sunday with interims at the state capitol.
Right.
But when you see people at the end of the day, we just love our country, love our state.
Sure.
And I think, as you mentioned, this state gives so much when it comes to military sacrifice.
It really does, more than any other.
Yeah, and it's out there. And so, I hope everybody takes an opportunity this weekend to stop and just pay tribute and to those that lost their lives and those that sacrificed in the wars and the efforts afterward to try to stop the terrorism.
One thing that I'll never forget about that moment as well is the number of West Virginians that immediately dropped everything and went to New York.
Right.
We probably had 50 at Walker. The very next morning, we're gone.
Just to try to help out.
The thing that makes West Virginia great really is its people.
Yes. And, being in a situation like this right here in a small town like this, as we said, it just kind of is representative. And you might see there as Dan Shreve runs the camera, you can see across the way the Wayne Fieldhouse there. And all those red blocks on the side of that building represent some type of championship, and several of them state championships.
At least 3.
Yeah, we think at least 3 state championships in the last 12 years.
Yeah, it's an impressive array.
And there you go. He is going to pin those off. You go right down the list there. 2013, 10-0 undefeated. Playoffs. 10-0 undefeated in 2009 state championship. 2007. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a strong, rich tradition, but this, again, tonight's a slice of Americana.
And as we look at this, how much success this school has had in football, we think back it's just been 2 years ago that they had a tragedy strike here when one of their members of their football team on Memorial Day, just coming out of Memorial Day weekend, that they had a tragedy there. Their star sophomore defensive lineman was killed in a car wreck.
Yeah.
And on the way to school. And there's been a lot. This school has really struggled to come back from that. Nate Adams was the young man's name. And make sure we mention it out there. And I don't think his family would mind at all that we mention his name. But, in fact, if you want to read that story, because it's really compelling of what happens in a small community like this when there's such a tragic loss with young people.
Amen.
And it happens across the state all the time, across America where you have tragedy strike, and especially on a sports scene like this. And how this school, how this community has rallied around and to make meaning out of something that just was meaningless.
Right.
And we have that story. If you go to rsnsports.com on our website, you can scan down, and I think it's titled Nate the Great, and some pictures and story there on his life and how this community rallied. It's kind of like you think about We Are Marshall, how that movie was not just about the plane wreck, but how that community rallied around and had to move forward after that.
That was a story about the human condition.
Yeah. And so, this community has, and still, I would say had to, they're still living with that. I don't think that, anybody that knew Nate Adams and that family are not going to get past that. I mean, it's always going to be a part of the Wayne culture here. See coaching staff down here getting ready for the second half. And we mentioned that, too, going over their coaching staff. I thought they did a pretty good job of scouting this Logan team, such a high-powered team. They kept that ball on the ground and between the tackles.
They knew the high water marks.
And they had some success there. It's just the turnovers and the big plays, just inevitably are going to come back to bite you. But I think they scouted and have had a game strategy here going into this that as good as anything I think anybody would have expected.
Absolutely. And like we talked early on, when you come out of a game in a situation where you've had 6 turnovers, we all played some sport or another, it puts you on edge. It takes a lot to overcome that.
Yeah. And speaking of this coaching staff, with the Wayne Pioneers, it's great when you're winning, but when you're losing and you come out of a season here possibly 0-3 now after tonight, you've really got to do some coaching then,
right?
Because like you said, you're coaching the human spirit. You got to keep those guys up and come out to practice on Monday and be focused on the next week and just got to put last week behind you,
right?
As we look at the second half here, the Pioneers will receive the football. So, which they need to. They need the ball right now, and they need to move the ball.
Now.
As we said, they moved it. It just can't
quite get it.
Put the first downs together, get into even the red zone.
Right.
So, and as we've seen, they're not the kind of team that's going to be big play oriented like the Wildcats. Two contrasted styles here.
Two very different styles.
So they need, if you're going to run long, sustained drives in high school football, you need to play mistake-free football.
And you've got to have a big, athletic, aggressive lineman that can move the ball at the line.
So we're getting ready to start the second half here. You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. Presentation being brought to you by Todd Judy Ford, Thomas Health System, Ben Slango Law, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Parmar Stores, West Virginia Coal Association, Poca Valley Bank, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Well Law Center, CFA Southridge, Stevens Auto Group, and Martin Transport. We're going to jump around here.
Jumping now.
They cranked the music up on us.
Yeah.
And we're set to start the second half here in Wayne, West Virginia. The Wildcats of Logan looking tough here in the first half. We'll kick it off. Aiden Slack, the phenomenal kicker, and he boots it away this time, takes a big hop right up to the deep man. He's going to take that in, hit back up midfield, finds a seam. He breaks a tackle, he breaks loose. He's in the open. Cross midfield, he's down to the 40. He's down to the 30.
He's gone.
He's going to score it all the way.
That really got these fans to their feet.
Kobe Van Hoos off the one hopper, off the 5-yard line, 95 yards, all the way down for the Wayne Pioneer touchdown.
Boom. That puts the fire back in the
Fans,
belly.
we talked about big plays and that this Pioneer team had struggled to put that together, but wow.
That's just exactly what they needed right there.
Broke a couple. This wasn't just a Red Sea parting here. He had to break a couple of tackles up that seam there and break loose.
A lot of individual effort in that one.
And if you're the Wildcats, I think that's the way you drew it up at halftime.
No.
And, it's interesting. I think, that they're, again, talking about coaching strategies, and they're going for the 2. Handoff off the left side, and he's into the end zone.
For the 2-point conversion.
Wow.
44 remaining.
Wayne's number 9, Jackson Dameron.
Okay.
And they take the 2-point conversion, and suddenly we have an 11-point game.
That's a pretty aggressive play call for the Pioneer coaching staff.
I think, and looking back at that first half, on a lot of those kickoffs, Logan was pooch kicking, squib kicking, and things, and you wondered, they got a great kicker, just kick it off, but I think maybe we see why. They've seen something on the field here that they didn't want to be messing with.
Right.
You come out to start the second half, you think, okay, we're up 19-zip, let's kick it away, and you get bit. Copperhead style.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pioneers strike back here to start the second half. Momentum with the Wayne Pioneers, and they will kick it off. And this is the second kickoff now again for Wayne. They didn't have many opportunities in the first half, but they will kick it away. We'll see how that coverage goes. 95 yards. Kobe Van Hoos. Big night.
56 right Stevens to kick off for the Pioneers.
Stevens set to kick off for
deep for the Wildcats.
Wayne.
Boom.
And a kick taken by the up man at the 25. He finds his seam.
He broke a few.
Pushes up near the 45-yard line. That was Logan's number 7, Carson Kirk. He's had a big night on the receiving end.
He really has.
Comes out here. He will split far right, wide out.
Begin possession at their own
And this
46-yard line.
spread offense Wildcats.
Don't waste
And
no-
they strike back.
They'll waste no time here.
Yeah, we're going to see if they have some patience here. They say, all right, we're just going right back. We're just going right for the.
I don't think they're going to have any patience. They'll be.
Might get into an old-fashioned shootout here.
That's right. He's keeping it.
A lot of people yelling for the ball, but I think he's able to hold on to that. No second quarter, and Huntington. That big AAA game over there. We've got the live stream on that on our network at go to GazetteMail.com or HeraldDispatch.com or RSNSports.com. If you want to catch that game as well, we're live streaming. And 10-7 in the second quarter. Cabell Midland got the field goal early, went up 3-0. Then Highlanders answered back 7-3, and now 10-7 Cabell Midland.
There we go. Here we go. Across the middle.
He's got his man on that slant again. Looks like Logan's number 16, Dawson Maynard.
16, Dawson Maynard.
They've made an effective use of that on both sides. Whether it's 16, Dawson Maynard, or 7, Carter.
Yeah, it's just the case that that offense, like I said, they're going down the sidelines and come back to the middle of the field. I mean, if you are in the secondary with Pioneers, they just make you cover the entire backfield.
This is Bill Walsh football.
So first down for the Wildcats, moves the ball down to the 34-yard line of Wayne. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Finds a lot of running room there is Logan's number 28, Colton Goldie. Another young man's had a big night here for the Wildcats. I tell you, if it turns out to be Logan on the win, or going into the fourth quarter up like that, I have a hard time. The offense has been so spread out.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure how you pick a solid player of the game at this point.
Yeah, at this point it'd still be tough.
We actually, in the first game of the year, we streamed on this network, St. Albans GW. It was actually a lineman and brought down in the backfield.
Great penetration by 34.
Isaiah Smith.
Like number 34, Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah Smith.
Catches him in the background. Nice close-up shot there, that young man after the big play. Got to be feeling a little juiced right now.
That's right.
Make a big play like that. Loss on the play of 2, bring up 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. You've really got to use the wide-angle lens to get their offense in the viewfinder here. And a double reverse.
And it worked.
And out of the right sideline he goes, falls out of bounds. Again, it's Goldie on the carry.
Dawson Maynard, the ball carrier.
I'm sorry, Maynard.
Dawson
Maynard.
But you can see such a diverse
it's a gain of 10.
Play calling. I mean, it's a really mature offense.
Absolutely. Spread that field. Makes the defense have to run those extra steps. You get how into the third, fourth quarter, it really starts to catch up. And so the spread offense, ball resting on the 10. So we are first and goal from the 10.
From this angle, we've oftentimes got a better view from the
monitor. We almost have to. And the snap. Handoff was going to be to Goldie, but whistles blow the play dead. It's like illegal timeout.
First charge, timeout of the half.
Timeout, Logan. Yeah, you're down there in the red zone, first and goal.
Make it count.
Got to make it work. So
make it interesting.
We have just entered into the third quarter, 8.5 minutes on the clock. See camera pan down to the cheerleading squad here at Wayne. Those young ladies, and Wayne's been in one of those. These cheerleading squads, they don't just cheer anymore. As they say, it's part of an athletic team, and they really have to be in shape.
Yep.
And you've got to be able to dance and cheer and do all those things, and they have these competitions. I've been to a few of them. I had to announce a few of them.
Oh, did you? That's a lot of
It
fun.
is competitive.
Yeah.
Next Saturday from 5 to 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of athletes in their ranks.
For more information.
And they've got opportunities for scholarships opportunities that sport can take and propel them forward in their future too.
All right, looking back here, we come back to action in the third quarter, 8.5 minutes to go. Wildcats threatening to put another 6 on the board. A little different. Yeah, got 2 men in the backfield.
A lot different.
A little different look here. They called that timeout.
And it worked again.
Yeah. Slack, the ball carrier, off that left side.
Slack, the ball carrier.
Hayden Slack takes the ball inside the 5. Going to be marked down.
7. First and goal, Wildcats.
At the 3-yard line.
He's every bit as fast in the open field as the coach was telling us pregame.
So,
a lot of speed.
Yeah, this is big here. If the Wildcats can punch it back in after that kickoff return, spread the score back out to at least 18.
Right.
And the snap is going to be a keeper.
Yep.
Falls forward.
Goes 3 yards for a Logan touchdown.
So it's Hayes on the keeper, falls forward in there and scores it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
That's right.
It's the 7:49 in the third quarter. Makes our score Logan 25, Wayne 8. And are they going to go for 2? Seems to be the case as Hayes comes back on the field.
That's an interesting choice.
Well, keep in mind they've missed 2 extra points on the kicks.
Right. Yeah, they got to make up for lost time.
You just never know. And deflected. It looks like the pass was partly deflected, but it's complete to number 11.
He wasn't going to let go of it.
That's Garrett Williamson, the reception.
He's a big guy.
So our score now 27-8. Logan, we'll take a break after these messages from our sponsors.
In the history of Dutch Miller Kia, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than when they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at KiaWV.com.
For a limited time, get a brand new 2022 Sportage starting at just $189 a month.
All right, we are back at Wayne, West Virginia at Pioneer Field. The Wildcats of Logan, though, have just scored to move out in front 27-8 here in the third quarter. You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports, powered by AT Media. Dana Farrell along with Lance Schultz. Lance, we were just talking during the timeout.
It's been an exciting way to return to the second half.
It has.
Back-to-back scores on both sides.
So back we go. The kickoff. We'll see if he kicks it all the way away or he tries to pooch or squib it. He kicks it away. High arcing kick taken in by Van Hoos. Once again, he returned it 95 yards last time. He's got some open room. Hits the sideline, cuts it back. Moves the ball up near the 45-yard line.
Still a nice return.
I'm not sure they want to kick the ball to him anymore, but okay.
Right.
So he takes the ball up near the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
44. So nice little return there.
28-yard return. Pioneers begin possession at their own 43.
28-yard return. So they'll have good field position here to start this series.
And they got plenty of time. A nice, long, sustainable drive right now would give them a lot of momentum. Keep them in the game.
Right, down by 19 here in the third quarter. They stack it up. No wide receivers here. This is a full wishbone.
That's Pioneer football.
They line it up and power forward off that left side.
Jackson Dameron, the ball carrier.
Jackson Dameron, the carrier. Picks up a solid 4 or 5 yards on the first down. Brings up 2nd and 5. Ball will be marked down at the
gain of 5. Second down.
48.
5 yards to go.
I think that 43 here. I'm going to look at that. I think they're at the 48. I know the scoreboard says 43, but if I'm looking at my markers right.
Yeah.
All right, handoff off the right side on 2nd down and 5. Murdoch, the ball carrier.
475 got hit in the place. You don't want to get hit.
Oh, tough.
Yeah,
It's tough sledding.
It's rough. He's
Well,
got
you can see.
to see some sideline after that.
Helmet came off as well, so he has to leave the field. But, yeah, he probably glad. Maybe he might have pulled his helmet off so I can leave. Okay.
Yeah. Doc, you got any ice?
This brings up 3rd and short.
Game 4, 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Oh, punch it in.
Scoreboard says 48, but the markers on the far side say it's the
right.
48 of Logan.
Here's Pioneer football again.
Hand
punch
off.
it in.
And he's brought down. He's not going to get there.
Not this time.
It's Wayne's number 7, Ryan Murdoch.
Murdoch the ball
Back-to-back carries, but that one is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Brings up 4th and 1. Now big decision by Wayne coach, and we've been impressed so far with his play calling. I mean, he took some chances.
And he studied his opponent.
Absolutely.
You can tell he had a strategy coming into the
Mullins sends the play in off the sideline. This isn't even just 4th and 1. This is 4th and maybe a shoestring.
Yeah. And normally, classic straight-up Pioneer football, but he didn't make it last time. So let's
all right,
see what
full
happens.
house backfield. Snap and handoff. He breaks a tackle.
But
he's across the
forward,
line of scrimmage. Yeah, he's going to have it. Jackson Dameron, the ball carrier. He breaks one tackle, and that was enough for him to get the first down.
Yeah.
And Pioneer fans, live here, hear the cowbells out.
That's right.
The cowbell.
Yeah. Yeah, need more cowbell. Remember
Yeah.
that classic Saturday Night Live skit?
Need more cowbell.
Need more cowbell. Give me some more cowbell.
I think you're going to find it in Wayne,
It's
West
in Wayne.
Virginia.
Yeah, here we got some tonight.
Pioneers stay with that full house backfield handoff.
Okay.
Van Hoos picks up maybe one.
Maybe one again.
This is old-fashioned grind-them-out football.
Noah McNeely in on the stop.
Play comes in from the sideline. Clock ticks down. Outside of 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Game of 1, 2nd and 9.
Dana Farrell here with Lance Schultz. And we've seen some football. A lot of big
It's been
plays.
an exciting Friday night.
He's
fans
got back to
definitely
pass.
got-
He's got a man
Here we
down
go.
the
He's
right
at-
or left
oh.
side and just out of bounds.
outside.
Intended for Peyton Davis.
Lined up in that.
down.
Nobody out.
9
Full
yards
house
to go.
backfield. Sends, looks like the tight end down the
Right.
left side there and tries to drop it in over the defense, but just out of bounds. Again, I go back to I like the play calling and strategy here with Coach Mullins and the Pioneers.
He's opening it up at times.
Brings up 3rd and about 9 for the Pioneers. What looks like to be the Logan 45 to us, 44.
Right. Okay,
And handoff
he's sweeping
sweep.
out wide. He's broke
And
2 tackles. Nice
run
game.
there.
Nice game.
Jackson Dameron with a
Yeah.
handoff, sweeps out left side, gets around the corner, and he gets the first down. Moves the sticks. Ball's going to be moved down to the 33-yard line of Logan. First down. So you got to say here, hey, can the Pioneers answer?
Right. Well, they showed they came back and answered the second half, and
I
here
just
we are
like
driving again.
Yeah. And hopefully, I'd like to just see him get in the red zone here for the first time tonight.
That'd be nice on us.
That's saying a lot for the Logan defense.
Yeah, it does.
And misdirection play inside.
13, Landon Wolf, the ball carrier.
And Wolf is the carrier. He's wrestled there by the interior of the Wildcat line.
Red on the stop.
Picks up maybe one on the play. 2nd and 9. Ball marked at the 32-yard line.
Game of 1.
So, yeah,
Second
for the
and
Pioneers, yeah, you just want to sustain a drive and get it down there in scoring territory. The one score they've had here is off the kickoff return.
Sure.
All right, they line up
They've
here.
got a man wide.
And the quarterback keeper, he
keeps,
fakes it.
But he's
a
got
little
some room. He breaks the tackle.
Spins out of a tackle.
Gets spun straight up. Nice game.
Yeah, he sure did. He's down near the first down marker. Not quite there, but solid yards on 2nd down. Brought the cowbells back out over here on the Wayne side of the stadium.
Need more cowbell.
Well, you have plays like that, you're going to get some more cowbell.
That's right. That's right. I can see Will Ferrell and his big belly hanging out.
All right, line back up here. Got the man wide left. Man in motion. And the handoff up the middle. Nice, solid first down gain.
Yeah.
Ball carrier.
Removing the chains. That's what they're after.
That is Landon Wolf again. Pickup of a solid 5.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
Ball's going to be marked down to 23. So we are 3 yards from getting in the red zone. First time tonight
First
for
time
Wayne.
tonight.
Don't want to jinx them, but hey.
Right. This is a big deal coming up.
If you're watching at home, you want to see a first for the night.
Yeah.
Might see it on this play. Line up, 3 men in the backfield, handoff off
do
the
it.
left side. He's there.
He's got a hole.
Oh, wow, does he Oh!
That's fantastic.
He bowls over a couple of would-be tacklers in that backfield. Jackson Dameron.
And he's not the biggest back.
Running.
And he stood them men up like
running strong.
Yeah.
It's a gain of 13. First
13-yard gain. First down, and for the first time tonight, the Pioneer offense is in the red zone.
Right.
Ball will rest on the 5-yard line. First and goal. I even see the Wayne dance team rushing down to the sideline to get ready for.
We got to get ready.
And the quarterback keeper, he finds the end zone.
He did it.
5 yards for a Pioneer touchdown.
All right. So they are able to do it. They're able to sustain the drive for the first time tonight. Move the ball downfield and answer the touchdown by Logan.
You know, like we talked, that's exactly what they needed. Just a nice, long, sustained drive.
James Bradden, very effective on those keepers there on that drive. 2 really big plays, including the touchdown score.
Right.
From 5 yards out. Pioneers return the favor.
They've answered.
And they will go for 2 once more. This 2-point conversion thing's catching on here in Wayne.
We may get this.
Oh!
All right.
I seen him stumble. Can he hold it? But
no.
So down he goes. Ghost Man gets him in the backfield. And score now, Logan 27, Wayne 14. With 1:56 left in the third quarter. You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. We'll take a break for a word from our sponsors.
In the history of Dutch Miller Kia, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than when they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at KiaWV.com.
For a limited time, get a brand new 2022 Sportage starting at just $189 a month.
You are back here at Wayne, West Virginia. We are with Game Day on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. That includes the Charleston, West Virginia Gazette Mail, the Herald Dispatch,
Right.
Logan Banner, the Wayne. It's the Wayne Times over here.
Wow.
Williamson Times. That's a
big geography.
It is pretty much from I-64, everything south, but really it covers probably 2/3 of West Virginia, all told, with their digital medias. And along with RSN Sports, we're in all 55 counties.
Right.
And affiliates in D.C. Metro. So pretty big audience here going out to. And you're watching.
Oh, that's an
onside
interesting play.
kick. Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
And recovered there by the Wildcats.
We may have an injury. Is that 22?
Ryan Roberts.
Yeah, we may have an injury.
Cramp. Looks like he's cramping up. Ryan Roberts, I had to laugh. He covered that onside kick and done a great job of it, but I'm not sure. He had to pick his head up and look and make sure did I get it,
Right,
making sure something
right.
didn't squib out of there.
Yeah.
But he was able to cover it up real well, and there again,
Interesting
you gotta go.
play choice.
Yeah, and you got to go with the Wayne Pioneers. Just
Right.
mixing it up, trying some different things. There may be some fans that question that after you just scored the touchdown, but I think he understands that with the big play offense like this, you've got to make some things happen.
Sure.
Took that chance, able to do that. The Wildcats, talk about their offense and wide open and how good they look. We were talking just a while ago there at halftime. They not only have that wide open offense, but when they come to the line of scrimmage, they've got a swagger to them.
It's intimidating.
They play confident.
Right.
They walk up there. They look like, hey, okay, we're ready to go out at any time. As you see, young man get back up to his feet there. off the field for Wayne. But this Logan offense is impressive, and I got to think, if you're looking ahead at the Polkas and the Hoovers that are out there, you got to be, and for that that matter, Scott High School is starting to look pretty good.
Right.
But you got to be thinking, hey, you got to have to take a serious look at these guys. How are you going to defend this high-powered offense? And what I understand is Hoover's got one to match. That might be a game right there on those two teed up.
Let's see
if we can get that one for you here on the Game Day Network. So back to action here with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second half action. Pioneers just scored on a long drive to make it 27-14 Logan. Tried the onside kick, but
they need
failed.
to stop here.
And the shotgun snap handoff
Wide,
to
big
Goldie.
hole, big hole.
Finds a big seam down the middle of the field. He rolls down, rumbles inside the 40-yard line. And it looks like another cramp. And this is what we were talking about, this spread offense just
opens it up the field.
And also just starts, now we're getting close to the fourth quarter. The cramps start setting in
the
here.
Fatigue starts setting in.
Looks like for the Pioneers.
Holding the call against Logan.
Number 32.
Holding penalty.
Braylon Gilliam there coming off the field with the cramp. And,
I didn't see the
flag come down, but it did.
It did.
The official sure noticed it, and a holding penalty takes the ball back across midfield to the Logan 38-yard line. That's some hefty real estate.
Yeah, that's consequential.
First and 25.
With a minute 46, it'd be good for the Pioneers to get a stop here.
Make that first and 20.
Okay.
So we'll see if this big play offense, another handoff off the left side.
He had room.
And looked like it was a big hole there. Was closed up real quick by the Pioneer defense. Pickup of maybe 4 or 5 on that play.
Bring up 3.
Bring up
3.
3.
16 yards to go.
So second down. And the PA announcer says 16. Ball rests at the 41-yard line of Logan. And it was Dawson Maynard on that carry off the left side for the Wildcats, previous play.
They're sending their targets 1 and 7 long.
All right, spread offense here as we move into big second
down.
and
across
long.
The middle. There he goes. Long. He's got him. Oh.
And
just a little bit out of his reach.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're on offense, as Carson Kirk was there coming down this right side, you got to play a little defense. And if he hadn't got up there and got his hand on it, that was going to be intercepted by Landon Wolf on defense there down that left side. But that falls incomplete, brings up third and 16 for the Wildcats. Third quarter action brought to you by Dutch Miller Auto Group. Talking about auto dealers that have a lot of vehicles, we did the tailgate show from their dealership in South Charleston on Wednesday night, and they had a lot full. I could barely find a place to park to unload to do the show.
And it's almost unheard of right now. Anywhere you drive in the country, the lots are empty.
And Hayes back to pass. He's looking down the left sideline. Looks like he's got a man open.
Wide open. That's our man.
Hayes pass completed.
Let's take it.
To 11, Garrett
Williamson.
No, it's not 1. It's 11.
Garrett Williamson, the receiver down there, actually had to wait a couple of seconds there for the ball to come back. But he was that open.
He was that open.
So, again, and we've seen this, but it's a big play offense, time and again tonight.
Right.
Third and fourth and longs and the big pass play.
And they're never intimidated. They just step right up and
roll in there.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have time for one more play here in the third quarter. Logan sends the play in. Looks like they'll keep 2 backs in the backfield here to start this. A little trouble getting the play read there, and snapping the shotgun, and it's Goldie with the keeper up the middle. He breaks it outside. Looks like he's going to move down the left sideline. Might find the end zone.
There's a flag
across
down
the
on
pylon.
The ball carrier. There is a penalty marker on the play.
On the play, but
and we've got flags down. Yes.
Yeah.
Still can't take away a good run there. That was pretty nice. But
no, that's what I was going to say. On both sides of the ball, we've watched Goldie throughout the entire night have extreme individual athletic performance.
And at this point,
a lot of effort.
Yeah, Logan still has not had a turnover, which they said,
Right.
Coach Mullen said we have to avoid the turnover thing.
Right.
But the penalties he can't be happy with.
He can't be happy.
Cannot be. I mean,
they're
not coming in little ones. They're coming in big chunks.
It'll be first
Right.
and 23.
Yeah.
You're going for a walk when you get these penalties.
Go big.
So that moves the ball back 15 yards this
Yeah.
time. And first and 25. Ball rests now at the 43. So what would have been first and goal from the 1 is now first and 25 from the 43. This will be the last snap of the third quarter. And a handoff.
Taken.
Inside off and rolls off the left side. Aiden Slack.
Jackson Dameron on the stop.
Short gain on the play. That will bring us to the close of the third quarter here at Pioneer Field in Wayne, West Virginia. It's the Wildcats of Logan High 27, Wayne 14. You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports, powered by HD Media. We'll be right back.
In the history of Dutch Miller Ram, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerRam.com.
Come in today for the Make This the Summer event and get friends and family pricing for everyone.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and one mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
And we're back at Pioneer Field in Wayne, West Virginia. Coming out of that commercial, you see Thomas Health System commercial there. And I was just telling Lance, I actually spent some hours in their emergency room with my mother last weekend on Saturday afternoon, evening, and watching their ER staff work in with everything with the RSV virus, the COVID virus, things going on. My whole admiration goes out to anybody in the health field, and particularly what we watched. There were some young ladies there on their 13th hour of a 12-hour shift, and just amazing to watch those people at work. And the snap, shotgun inside.
There he
Goldie
is again.
Weaves his way up forward to the 35-yard line.
Carrier.
We were just discussing during the timeout as well. It doesn't matter with this Wildcat team if it's 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 23. It's the same playbook.
Same playbook.
They will launch it.
And they've looked at Goldie. Again, it's been a spread offense. It's been a diverse field, but I'm really impressed with Goldie's individual performance and effort, on both sides of the ball.
So, yeah, he's done a great job. And we're into the fourth quarter, so we got to start trying to look at.
That's why I say it. Right now he has a slight edge. There's a low snap.
Hayes down that
goes
right
deep.
sideline.
Oh, it's intercepted. They take it away from Slack.
Pass is intercepted by number 13, Landon Wolf.
Landon Wolf, he about had one earlier, and it was broken up. Earlier. And this time, too much air under that ball, and he was able to just wait on it and come right to him there. As you see him come off the field there, fired up. Landon Wolf, he's had a good night for the Pioneers.
On both sides of the ball again.
So we're talking about that turnover margin, and so far Logan had, I think I'm jinxing these guys tonight. They were up 2-0 on the turnover margin, but quickly that goes to 2-1. The Pioneers get their first turnover of the game on the interception by Landon Wolf.
This next possession could bring the game, well within range.
Right, yeah. They
Still
can control the ball
a lot of time on the clock.
So
can't predict what will happen, but
and a handoff sweep over here to the left side.
Blockers.
He gets around the corner. Blockers. Now it looks like Murdoch. Jackson Dameron.
Goldie on the stop.
That's the corner. Yeah, that's going to be tough if the player of the game comes off that Logan side. I could list 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And wouldn't go wrong with any one of them.
No, I mean, again, we've got to see and observe everything that the coach talked about in Slack, in Goldie.
Absolutely. And a tight formation, handoff, flags fly. This looks like it's going to go against the Pioneers.
That ball false start to call against the Pioneers.
And that's going to erase that 5-yard gain that Dameron just picked up. Moves the ball back to the original stick, brings up 2nd and 10. Ball will rest at the 20, make that the 18-yard line.
After the penalty, it is 2nd and 11.
Yeah, this is one year, right? This is a key,
it's a key
possession.
It's a key down. It's not quite the same swagger.
We were talking in the third quarter. Up to this point, there's only been one punt by Logan.
Right.
And
he's looking to find a man.
Pulls it down, finds some room off the left side. He's going to find open running room up near the first down marker.
Just shy of the marker.
And a late flag comes down.
On the ball carrier, penalty markers after the play.
And over there, that can't be good if you're a Logan fan.
Right. They got a pretty big crowd tonight. They got a nice travel.
Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, Logan traveled well, and that's not an easy. You either got to come up quarter G to Charleston and down 64 and then back down this way.
Right.
We got to take Route 10 up through there. So
yeah.
No easy path over there. And, oh, wow, big personal foul.
After the penalty, first down, Pioneers.
Well, one thing about Logan, they go big or go home.
That's
they
right.
go big on the penalties.
There's no.
Yeah, we're not taking these 5-yarders.
That's right.
That's for Bush League. We're going for the 10 and 15.
This is for all the marbles.
So that creates a first down situation for the Pioneers up near midfield.
Yeah.
Ball resting at their own 42. Handoff.
They caught him in the backfield.
Dameron hits a wall back there.
Yeah.
Dameron, ball carrier.
Try to get the number there of that Logan defender.
75 was the second guy that had a hand on him, but I was looking to see if the first guy might have been Goldie.
I think maybe Braden Chambers over there on that outside got him.
Okay.
But no gain on the play.
Right.
Brings it up 2nd and maybe 11, maybe a loss of 1 there. Ball sits at the 41. Fourth down action here in Wayne, West Virginia. Handoff on the inside. That is handed off to one of the linemen.
Give us the number 53, Ike Chen.
Ike.
That's the old, lining up outside of center.
That's right. Just let the big guy have it. He about lost his britches.
And he rolls up near midfield to the 48-yard line.
Really did.
Solid 7 or 8 yard gain, 7-yard gain on that. Bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah. It's a gain of 7. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4. Big play here for the Pioneers. Fourth quarter action brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association. And we're talking, hey, these guys, they do. You're talking about a sponsor that does so much across the state for so many. Coal Association is there. And the handoff off this right side looks like Dameron. And that's number 7. Rylan Murdoch. He pushes his way across midfield near the first down marker. I mean, that is
3, 4th down.
Not sure why that's not being measured at this point, but
yeah, it's right there.
It is close, maybe a foot. And the way this
sees it, or somebody.
At this point, I think we have timeout on the field. Timeout, Pioneers.
Okay.
Wayne.
All right.
Timeout.
We'll take this moment for a word from our sponsors and be right back.
In the history of Dutch Miller Subaru, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerSubaru.com.
Ask about 0% financing on select models and get friends and family pricing for everyone.
Coming out of that commercial break there, Chris Miller there with Dutch Miller Auto Group. And Chris has been on the show tailgate show more than a couple of times, and everybody sees him do a lot of those crazy commercials on there, and they think, oh, this guy doesn't have a serious bone in his body, but
he does.
He knows his stuff. He's a very savvy businessman. And actually, I understand it may be running for governor of West Virginia.
That's what I understand, too.
So look out for that.
I told him I could really get behind that.
Big fourth down play across midfield.
Here he is.
He breaks loose with a couple of tackles. He's
it.
outside. He may break it all the way.
He's got the speed. He did.
All the way.
Goes 48 yards for a Pioneer touchdown.
Second touchdown of the night for Kobe Van Hoos. Had a kickoff return and a big play there from midfield.
Super individual
Pops his arms
effort.
up there, and just what we said, and just like that, if you're looking at the scoreboard.
Boom. 8 minutes to go.
We are a one-score game in the fourth quarter here. Who would have thunk it?
Right, and now all those missed two-point conversions and all those missed
if you're Logan,
extra points.
Yeah, you missed a couple of kicks.
Yeah. But now this conversion here is critical.
Yeah, going for two here, 7 down. Interesting.
Did he?
And I don't think he's going to get it off that left side. I'm going to assume at this point that the PAT game for Pioneers is not up to snuff. I'm not sure 2 points really were that big a deal right there. You're down 7. One would have brought you to 6.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So,
but
we got to
score.
score.
A really competitive game.
Hats off there to Kobe Van Hoos on the big running play on. Broke tackles, broke it out to the outside, broke a second tackle and off to the end zone. And now we are 27-20 here at Pioneer Field. Wildcats getting all they can handle here.
That's right.
Talk so much about this high-powered offense. And this is with the 2 turnovers in the first half by Wayne that they had to come back from. Down 19-zip at one point. So really from that point on, they've outscored this Logan team.
Yes.
So I hope if you were just a casual fan even, and you thought, 19-zip, and you're going to go somewhere else and watch another game, not so fast.
Right.
Not so fast. We've got a game here in Wayne, West Virginia.
We sure do.
Pioneers going to kick it off with 8 minutes to play. Back to Logan.
Watch Slack bust one right here.
Well, if we're to say, we talked about Wayne had to answer there and come back up the field, and they did.
Right.
So now the pressure's back on Logan here to come up with a score here. Because if they don't, look at the clock. There's enough time for them to run some offense maybe, but if they have to give up the football, Wayne has enough time to possibly tie this game.
Kept it low.
Kickoff. Gets by the deep man.
Gets by.
He has to go back and pick it up. He turns back upfield, swims around one tackle on the right side, and he's brought down inside his 25-yard line. Got a flag down. And again, that can't be good if you're the return team. Watch and see here the official signal coming out of that.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, wow.
Against Logan. Also a dead ball personal
All right,
foul.
we're going to get off settings here. So that was a little bit, I smack you, you smack me. All right. The old dreaded personal foul, offsetting penalties.
Logan begins possession.
There's a part of, I always imagine being in that situation, there's a part of you, okay, I just need to take one for the team. But your ego says, no, I'm going to smack him back. That's the way it's going to go.
That's right.
All right, so we are
1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. The Wildcats with 2 men in the backfield. Oh, tough low snap. And he's going nowhere.
Wrapped up pretty quick.
And watch out, Mr. Momentum has jumped on into the red uniforms.
That's right.
Maybe a yard gain on that play brings up 2nd and 9, and the clock ticks down.
2nd and 9.
That's it.
And maybe, you got a high-powered offense if you're Logan, but maybe, like I said, the clock wants to be your friend. You'll keep the ball on the ground and run some clock. Certainly taking their time getting the ball in. That's 16 seconds, 15 on the I said the shot clock. I mean on the play clock.
Right.
And the shotgun snap.
He's out to the flank, but they picked him up early.
Oh, no gain. He's going to lose yardage on that. And so it is. We're going to come up, and here we go. The playbook is not going to change, even though we're 3rd and long here for Logan. We've not seen that.
That's right.
Almost get ready for one to get launched downfield.
Even with the momentum where it is, they're still not intimidated anything at all.
We'll move inside. 7 minutes to play in the game here. Pioneers down 7.
But the Pioneer defense has done a lot better job at the read the longer the game has gone into this offense.
Lance, the cowbells are out here.
They're out.
In the
we
Pioneer
need more cowbell.
Stadium. And a snap, shotgun. He looks downfield.
He's out. He's looking
Nobody
for
there.
his
He tries to run it. He's going to just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
And you can see there on the sideline, Wayne Pioneers
They're
there, piped up. Hey, 3 and out. Keep in mind, you see the bench there. Keep in mind, this if they do punt here, and I'm not going to say they are for sure. You never know.
Right.
It'll be only the 2nd time of this game that the Wildcats will punt the ball away, but plenty of time on that clock for the Pioneers to do something with it. And that's important because, as we've seen, they're not a big downfield, as we see with the Wildcats, big play offense.
They just punch it out.
Yeah, they need that time because they are going to line up tight and just punch it down the middle of the field. And snap back, it kicks away. Nice kick over the top.
He drilled it right over the.
And that, big kick there.
23, 24-yard line.
Aiden Slack when his team needed him. Big field possession change. Pushes the ball back to the 27 of Wayne. So 73 yards to tie the game. Got to imagine you're in 4-down territory start this drive.
Right.
And one comes number 18, James Spradden, the quarterback for the Pioneers. Start this drive, big crucial one for the Pioneers. Logan, if you're a fan, defense got to come up with some big plays here. Full house backfield, handoff inside. He finds some room. It's like about a 5-yard gain. Pick up of maybe 4.
Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
So 3-yard gain, you say. 2nd and 7. Ball to 26. So inside 6 minutes to play here. Watching Game Day on RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. Huntington Herald Dispatch. Gazette Mail out of Charleston. Logan Banner. Handoff inside, finds some running room up over near the 1st down. Going to be close. Maybe not quite there. Bring up a 3rd down. Dameron, the ball carrier. Clock continues to wind down inside 5.5 minutes to play. And 3rd and 1.
Pioneer brand football.
And it's just. So obviously this is 4-down territory. You can't imagine that, obviously they can get this, but they're going to need a couple of big plays as well as that clock winds down now inside 5 minutes to play in the game. Full house backfield. Pioneer snap the ball, handoff inside. Breaks one tackle, up over and across the 40-yard line. Ball carrier is number 34, Isaiah Smith, the fullback. Rare opportunity. He made the most of it. Clock stops. Thought the clock would stop for the 1st down markers, but it didn't. So inside 5 minutes we go. 4:42.
That's the big play you were saying they needed.
They're going to need a couple more of them.
Couple more of those.
But they're going to have to certainly hold on to the ball. Snap. And
he's wrapped up.
Yeah, that's going to be a short game. Big play for the Logan defense there. Anytime they can hold them back, that's the clock run. Pioneers, each team with 2 timeouts remaining. We pushed down near the 4-minute mark. And right now you would think there'd be a little bit more urgency
to get the ball in motion.
Get the ball back up and get snapped here, but not so much as they walk up to the line of scrimmage here. And we move inside the 4-minute mark. 2nd and 9. Handoff inside. Finds some room over that left side.
34, Isaiah Smith.
Smith again, the ball carrier. Solid gain of about 6. Moves the ball up near midfield. Will rest at the Wayne 49-yard line. Inside 3.5 minutes to go here. Well, you couldn't ask for
it's going to be so
more
tight.
suspenseful finish, but
yeah.
I think the bigger challenge for the Pioneers right now is the clock.
Their number one opponent on the field right now.
3rd and 4 at midfield. Snap and handoff again to Smith. He finds running room. He's going to cross the first down marker. Clock stops for the first down to move the markers, but they've got to start moving pretty quick here.
Yeah.
2 timeouts left.
First down, Pioneers.
Push inside 3 minutes to play here. And the Pioneer fans are on their feet. Well, some are. Cowbells are definitely out.
Some are, yeah.
All right, so we go back here. Logan lines up in the.
Okay, he's got some room. He's outside. He
breaks
a
tackle.
He's out. He's out.
That's our guy all night long, Kobe Van Hoos.
Right.
And now we're pushing down close to the red zone for the Pioneers as we push down near 2.5 minutes to play in the game. And there we say it, that we score a touchdown here, that they go for 2.
That'll be
and they line up quickly here. First down, 1st and 10. Pioneers hand off that left side. Looks like Smith again, the ball carrier. Fighting for yards as he pushes down near the 21-yard line. Make that to 22. And just over 2 minutes to play. And they're just outside the red zone. 2nd and 5 for the Pioneers. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Handoff inside again to Smith. And he's going to get held up. Now here,
Smith, the ball carrier.
Going to bring up a 3rd down, but the clock continues to run inside 2 minutes. And
clock's still the enemy.
Smith looks like he's pretty tired. He comes up slow out of that.
4 yards to go.
3rd and 4 with 1.5 minutes. They've got 2 timeouts left. But they need another big play here. And I tell you don't want to leave any seconds on the clock for Logan if you do score.
Yeah.
Van Hoos on the left side. He doesn't find any room. Logan fans are excited over there. Big play for them.
That eat up a lot of clock.
And I believe we get our timeout here. Pioneers take one of those timeouts because it's going to be 4th down now and about 4 to go. So big 4th down play coming here. They had to use that timeout.
And this is not necessarily Pioneer brand football. 4 and 4.
This is
when you're punching it out.
Right. So what have they got in the playbook here? I mean, because the game is on the line on this very next call.
Night.
You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports Network, HD Media here. Look at the Pioneer bench. What we thought, some people thought might be a big Logan win tonight, coming here 2-0, Wayne 0-2. Lopsided scores both ways, and we've got a game.
We've got a game, and it's been a contest between 2 different styles, 2 different brands of football.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Wildcats, and I still think they are a team to be reckoned with down the stretch here, but
without a doubt, but this Wayne,
nobody told Pioneers that.
Yeah, this Pioneer team's really proven themselves, and they've got a lot to take away and a lot of athleticism on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way, win, lose, or draw on this, that Wayne has anything to be ashamed of tonight. And the snap on 4th and 4.
He's keeping it.
Rolls back. He's got room outside. If he takes off, he stops, he pumps. He throws down to the end zone, and it's out of bounds.
Take everyone down.
It was tough there. I think he hesitated. There was room on that outside to break the corner and containment, but seen a man open down there momentarily, and I think that was just too tempting.
He was so tempting.
Let's just go for it all right here.
Yeah.
So the ball is going to drop out of bounds out of the end zone, and the ball will go over on down to the Wildcats. And if the Wildcats, I think we might be in victory formation here. They run a spread offense the whole game. Will they go into that, or will they just get in victory formation and drop? Pioneers have 1 timeout left, but that's not enough to stop it.
And that's where I go back to the comment before. When you're a punch and run team, it's difficult to transition into the deep pass.
Yeah, and Logan, they came out there and it looked like they're going to run the regular offense, but maybe wiser heads prevailed over there. Let's get the timeout.
Right.
And let's get back out there in the victory formation and let's get out of here with the win.
Time of possession.
And, this game here comes down to, all right, we got to pick a player of the game. And this is tough because both teams were about even, and we could pick that up. And Logan especially had so many players that come out of there. So we're going to look at that, looking down the roster here. This has been a tough one, but
we definitely have to give, at a minimum, an honorable mention to Slack for his performance tonight. The coach talked about how he's one of the fastest kids in the state, and we definitely saw it on both sides of the ball. But you heard me say it before. I got to say, from both sides of the ball, Goldie tonight has just consistently delivered to me. And
number 28, Colton Goldie. That's right.
Yeah.
When they need the big plays, he was able to do that. And for a team that's so wide open, he was the back on the ground that made it, done it with his feet.
And as many defensive plays as offensive plays, it's just a lot of 110% performance.
So as you
tonight.
watch the clock wind down, Colton Goldie of the Logan High School Wildcats, you are our player of the game, Chick-fil-A, Southridge player of the game. You might get a chicken sandwich out of that.
There we go.
Hey, there you go.
He'll have to wait in line. I mean, every time I drive by that place.
There. He gets a T-shirt from HD Media.
Great.
And he gets a certificate. That's going to be nice. I'll tell you what, Logan is scaring me with these shotgun snap victory formation. I'm not sure I've seen that.
Right.
But especially a shotgun snap that has struggled a whole game. Just not sure that's the way you want to go. But they've got faith in the program here enough to.
Timeout. Wayne.
And Wayne takes their final timeout here with 25 seconds. And like I said, if we're going to continue to do that, I'll take my timeouts. I'm going to make them snap it.
Right.
So, I want to thank our sponsors, Todd Judy Ford. Watch for them as they sponsor our student sections. Those are announced each Monday afternoon. We'll announce those. And, wow, these schools really get after that, Lance. Who's going to have the best student section? And
that was always me when I was in high school.
Yes, Todd. The great thing is anybody can be in there, and they can come out and do their part for the school. Thomas Health System, talked about them. Great sponsors, been with us multiple years. Ben Salango Law, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Parmar Stores, West Virginia Coal Association, Polka Valley Bank, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Webb Law Center, CFA Southridge, Stevens Auto Group, and Martin Transport. Their very own Lance Schultz here with us in the booth tonight.
That's right.
Color commentary.
It's been a good time.
It's been good night for football. It's kind of brisk, cool out, but people still wearing some shorts. But I think if I was outside the booth, I'd probably have my jacket on.
I brought mine.
There's that. Looks like to be the final snap of the game. Back to Mr. Hayes, quarterback. And teams are going to congratulate each other. And, hey.
Really exciting contest.
Yeah, hats off to Coach Harmon and the Wayne Pioneers on a tough comeback, hard-fought game here. They made a game out of it.
Really did.
And so it is. We wind down here at the end of the game. You're watching Game Day on RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. We thank you for your viewership. We hope you'll tune in a little bit later. There's Mr. Goldie. Yeah. And you see him there after the game with his teammates there. So we look forward to, I think, maybe coming out to midfield there for their post-game prayer. But we want to thank everybody for joining us here. Look at the little, there you go, guys. Thank you. And
I'm glad
we'll be back next week. Got a couple big games. I know we have Huntington High will be on the road at GW. Two big powerhouse AAA teams. We'll have that feature game for you here on RSN Sports HD Media. Game Day, and we'll see you next week. I'm Dana Fair along with Lance Schultz. So long from Wayne, West Virginia.
In the history of Dutch Miller Subaru, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerSubaru.com.
Ask about 0% financing on select models and get friends and family pricing for everyone.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and one mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
Looking for a friendly bank that you can turn to in your community? Bank where the decisions on your needs are made locally. With online banking and 7 locations. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.